Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube stations. Hope everyone's doing well as we approach the third quarter of this game. In this battle between the 2015 Denver Broncos and the 1965 Cleveland Browns. And at the half right now, the 2015 Denver Broncos 6, the 1965 Cleveland Browns 14, as Jim Brown had a huge first half. So let's go over some quick stats before we start third quarter and second half. Scoring summary. Cleveland scored the first time they touched the ball on special teams with a 72-yard punt return by Leroy Kelly. Groza kick made it 7-0. Denver came back in the second quarter. 33-yard McManus field goal made the score 7-3 Cleveland. Then Cleveland scored on a 15-yard Jim Brown touchdown run, Groza kick, and that made it 14-3 Cleveland. And just before the half, McManus hit a 43-yard field goal attempt, and he made it, and that made the score 1965 Cleveland Browns 14, the 2015 Denver Broncos 6. Let's quickly go over some individual marks here. Denver net offense 156 yards. Cleveland net offense 170 yards. Now let's go over some individual. Peyton Manning 7 of 14, 89 yards, 1 interception. He's been sacked 3 times as the Browns have been able to bring good pressure. His quarterback rating is an awful 40.5. This was not Peyton Manning's best season by far. It was his last season. He did win the Super Bowl, but he was not that good. Ryan for the Cleveland Browns, their quarterback, is 4 of 10 for 42 yards. He's been sacked 1 time, and his quarterback rating is slightly better, 52.9. The big difference here is Jim Brown for Cleveland. He has 11 carries, 112 yards. He's averaging 10.2 yards a carry, and he has a touchdown. Ernie Green, 6 for 25 for 4.2 yard average. And Cleveland is averaging 8.1 yards on the ground. Denver, Hillman, 7 carries, 34 yards. Anderson, 4 carries, 30 yards. Sanders on a reverse, which was a big play then, before Manning threw that interception. 1 carry, 25 yards. The interception did not hurt. Well, it hurt that the Browns didn't score, but they were able to stop Cleveland on that drive. Receiving for Denver, Thomas 4 for 36, Daniels 1 for 5, Sanders 1 for 2, Anderson 1 for 2. For Cleveland, Jim Brown 2 for 22 yards, Kelly 1 for 2, Roberts Kelly 1 for 9 yards, Roberts 1 for 11 yards. And let's get back to the game now as we'll start the third quarter. And before we do, let's get some shout outs of friends of the channel. Phil the Issues Guy does wonderful reviews of Game of Thrones and Vikings, Walking Dead, and then his video game channel Dirty Issues with Joe Dirty Locks, and John Riley. Broke Black Man 94 does TV and movie reviews. Wonderful job there by Broke Black Man, aka David the Saint. Ron Juckett, sports writer online, baseball writer. A lot of knowledge with sports, especially baseball, and he also has the Retro Sports Network as he does retro gameplay and commentary, and Ron does a very good job at it. Mosley Boxing Channel, must subscribe if you're a boxing fan, does wonderful video collages of past and present fighters and boxing events. Johnny the Irish Wildling, very fun station, Game of Thrones fan, he's an author also, and he likes to poke the bear a little bit with his station. It's a fun station. It'll make you think. No topic is too big, too small, or off the table. JD, another Game of Thrones fan and also an author. He's writing a book. He shares it with you online. It's absolutely wonderful. So check out all these channels. The links are provided below. And now on to the third quarter here. Can the 1965 Cleveland Browns hold on, or can the 2015 Denver Broncos come back? Cleveland will be receiving the ball. We're going to put the return on. We have the ever-dangerous Leroy Kelly deep. Short, we have Roberts and Scales. Here's the kickoff and the return. It's 3 yards deep. I've returned it twice out of the end zone for Cleveland. Kelly's had decent returns, and there's always been a penalty which backs us up. So we're gonna down it 3 yards deep this time. We've learned our lesson, as we don't want to start inside our 10-yard line. I will be playing as the 1965 Cleveland Browns during this season series of games, which I call the NFL Challenge League. And the 4 teams that I will be playing as are the Packers, Browns, Colts, and Bears. So 1st and 10 on the Cleveland 20. Ryan at quarterback, Jim Brown and Ernie Green the running backs. Wideouts Walter Roberts, Gary Collins, tight end John Brewer. So 1st down, we're going to go run counter. Ernie Green, pitch left. Here comes the blitz. Green gets by it. Lots of running room. Hold on to that ball, Ernie. Pick up a 7. Did they blitz? Yes, they did blitz. They were a normal man with 1 blitzer, and we pitched, and Green went right by the blitzer. And we're going to just slow this down. We're going to play a very slow, calm game. Chew up clock. And as the Browns are only up 8 points, but we want to chew up the clock, keep Manning off the field. 2nd and 3. Ball from the Cleveland 27-yard line. We're going to go Jim Brown, dive. Hand off to Brown. He's got the 1st down. And a little bit more. Hold on to that ball, Jimmy. Gain of 4. Jim Brown now has 12 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown. All right. 1st and 10, ball on the Cleveland 31-yard line. Derek Wolfe was on the tackle. That's his 2nd tackle of the game. So we're going to go Jim Brown, screen. They're keying that. We're going to go dive with Jimmy Brown. Ball's given to Brown. He busts through the line, and he picks up 3 tough yards as he's tripped up by Barnett on the 30 at the 34. That's Barnett's 2nd tackle. That's going to lead to a 2nd and 7 for Cleveland. We're going to go play action fake. Brewer. Short hitch. Ryan, quick toss to Brewer. Pick up a 9. 1st down. So the Browns don't throw much to their tight ends, and that's probably the only time in this game Brewer will make a catch, but it's a 1st down. As Chris Harris was on the tackle. So when you have a good running game, that play-action passing works to perfection. That's Brewer's 1st reception for 9 yards. 1st and 10, ball in the Cleveland 43. Cleveland taking their time. Chewing up clock. We're going to go play-action pass again. And this time, we're going to go to Collins. And we're going to go short cross. Ryan back to pass, looking for Collins, and he missed him. Incomplete. Collins leaped up, but couldn't catch the ball. As the Broncos were keying Brown, so we had an opportunity to complete a pass there. That's 2nd and 10 now. Browns are in a split backfield. 2 wideouts, 2 running backs, Brown and Green. 1 tight end, Ryan the quarterback. Looks like the Broncos are in a 4-3. We're going to go Jim Brown. Sweep left with Jimmy Brown. They're keying that. We're going to go short slant to Collins. Ryan back to pass. Hits Collins. Oh! Collins bobbles it and drops it. Oh, it looked like he could have been off to the races as he split the defense there. It's Collins. Big drop there. Brings up 3rd and 10. As Denver desperately wants to stop here to get the ball back to their offense as they're only down 8 points. 3rd and 10 here for the Cleveland Browns on their 43-yard line. It's Jimmy Brown is 6 as a receiver. Ernie Green. So we're going to put Brown and Green out wide. We're going to leave Brewer in the block. Sack 1. Sack 3. We're going to move Brewer down to help out on Wolf. And who is covering Jimmy Brown? Barrett's covering Jimmy Brown. Who's covering Green? We're trying to get some mismatches here. Marshall. Well, on a 4th and 10, you kind of have to go to your best player. We're going to go short slanted. Actually, we're going to put Ryan in shotgun. Brown. Short slant to Jimmy Brown. Here comes the blitz. Ryan gets rid of the ball. He hits Brown. He splits the zone. 1st down. So they came with. He beat the man-to-man. I'm sorry, I called it zone. So the short slant to Jim Brown beats the basically all-out blitz by the Denver Broncos as they sent 3 blitzers on a delay. Jim Brown picks up 19 yards. So an excellent pitch and catch by Ryan and Brown. 1st down and 10 on the Denver 38-yard line. Tackle by Brunton. That's his 1st tackle of the game. Once again, we will slow down. Ryan back under center, split backfield. With Brown and Green. 2 wideouts, 1 tight end. And we're going to go Green. Power sweep left. Ball given to Ernie Green. And he's smothered up right at the line. But he battles for 2 yards. Wolf on the stop there. So that's Derek Wolf's 3rd tackle of the game. Green now has 8 carries for 34 yards. He's been a nice compliment to Jim Brown. 2nd and 8. Ball on the Denver 36-yard line. 10:42 to go here in the 3rd quarter with a 1965 Cleveland Browns 14 and the 2015 Denver Broncos 6. This current drive is 8 plays and 44 yards and has chewed up 4 minutes and 18 seconds of clock. 2nd and 8. I think I said 2nd and 6 before. I apologize. We're going to go Jim Brown. And we're going to go sweep right. Ball's given to Jimmy Brown. He's got some blocking. Breaks through the line. Looks like he's picked up 4 yards. Nope, that's a 5-yard pickup. Barrett on the tackle. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 3. That's Barrett's 3rd tackle of the game. Some more good blocking by Gene Hickerson on that power sweep right. 3rd and 3. Ball on the Denver 31-yard line. We're going to go Green. We're going to go run counter. Green. Trap left. Ball's hand off to Green. He's got the 1st down. Did he get? Yes, 3-yard gain. That was close. But he picks it up. Brewer is shaken up, and his return is doubtful as he's hurt on the 3-yard gain by Ernie Green. Malik Jackson on the tackle. That's tackle number 7. So 1st and 10, 9:03 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And we will bring Leroy Kelly in. Actually, we'll bring You know what? We're going to go to the single back as we're playing with modern rules. So we're going to go 3 wide out. Not that there's any rules that you couldn't have 3 wide outs, but very rarely I doubt they went to 3 wide outs in 1965. And we're going to bring Leroy Kelly in to rest our starting backfield. Collins, Paul Warfield, a very young Paul Warfield, and Walter Roberts. So it's 1st and 10. We're going to go play action. We're going to test Warfield out against Aqib Talib. And we're going to go bomb post. Ryan back to pass after the play action. He's looking for Warfield downfield, and it's incomplete. Ryan throws deep downfield to Warfield, but he overthrew him just out of his reach. So they had Warfield, but Ryan couldn't connect up. At best, that keeps the Denver defense thinking, not to just sit and play the run. So 2nd and 10 here. Ball on the Denver 28-yard line after the failed attempt on the bomb to Paul Warfield. 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, Ryan under center, Leroy Kelly the back behind him. And we're going to go Kelly off tackle left. Ball's given to Leroy Kelly, and he's smothered and he fumbles the ball once again. Who's got it? It looks like the Browns recovered and they gained 1 yard in the play. So that's Leroy Kelly's 2nd fumble of the game. 1 was lost, and the other, this one was recovered as Roberts got it back. Oof, Leroy Kelly, 2 fumbles on the day. That is not good. We're going to take Leroy Kelly out of the game now. And we're going to bring Jimmy Brown back in the game. We're going to stay with the 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, and Jim Brown. So it's 39. A field goal for Lou Groza from here is 63% chance of completing it, of success. So we're going to go Brown, dive. Hand off to Brown, busts up the middle. Looks like he's got a 6 or 7 yard gain, 5 yard gain. So that's a 5 yard gain here. And that's 4th and 4 on the dive for Jim Brown. He's now 15 carries, 129 yards, and a touchdown. Darian Stewart on the tackle for the Broncos. That's his 3rd tackle. So field goal for Lou Groza is a 71.1% chance of making it, and we're going to go for the field goal here. Groza with the kick, right down the middle. It's good. 40-yard field goal by Lou Groza, the lineman who kicks straight on. And that gives Cleveland a 17-6 lead over the Broncos, and now it becomes a 2-possession game. So Cleveland will kick deep. Deep man for Denver is Bolden. The short men are Caldwell and Norwood. Here comes the kickoff. Bolden to receive. He's taking the ball out of the end zone. Has
illegal
a decent
block.
return.
Receiving team.
But that 32-yard gain will be nullified by an illegal block, pushing Denver back. As Denver will now start 1st and 10 on their 14-yard line. I formation, Manning under center, 2 wideouts, 1 tight end. Browns are in a 4-3 basic. And we're going to go with a short zone. And we're going to play basic. Manning back to pass, quick hitter for a 7-yard gain, tackled by Beach. So that was a quick hitter to Darius Thomas on a very short hitch, but they picked up 7 yards, so it's 2nd and 3, clock's running. Once again, we're going to play short zone. We're going to play our defensive line in this time, and we're going to play basic. Ball given to Hillman, and he's going to be tackled for a loss as he's met by the whole Cleveland Brown defensive line. A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 4 from the Denver 20. Denver goes with 3 wideouts, 1 tight end, Manning in shotgun. C.J. Anderson behind him. The Browns are going to counter with a 4-2 nickel. Well, there it is, 4-2 nickel. Browns are going to play a short zone. Make sure we have Parrish on. Let's switch that. We want Parrish on Thomas, even though we're playing a zone. We're going to put our defensive line out wide, try to get that pressure, see if Wiggins can get his third sack. And we're going to send an extra rusher in Houston. So 3rd and 4, we're going to play pass. Snap to Manning, and it's a draw play to C.J. Anderson, but he just gets back to the line of scrimmage as the Cleveland Browns smell that out, and Costello with his tackle. That's his 6th tackle of the game, and it's going to force Denver to punt with 5:35 to go here in the 4th quarter. So a great defensive stand by the Cleveland Browns. We're going to put the punt return on. Leroy Kelly back. The very dangerous Leroy Kelly. Here's the punt. Kelly with the catch. And he makes a fair catch. So Colquitt, a 46-yard punt and a fair catch by Leroy Kelly. Browns take over on their 34-yard line with 4:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter, leading the Denver Broncos 17-6. Ryan under center, split backfield of Brown and Green. Brown and Kelly, I don't want that. Brown and Green. Wideouts, 2 wideouts, Robertson and Collins, tight end. So we're going to go Brown. We're going to go Jim Brown. We're going to go run counter. Jim Brown. Trap left. They're keying on that. We're going to go screen to Green. Here comes a pass rush. Ryan dumps it down to Green. He's got some running room there. A pickup of 5 yards. So a very good audible by Ryan. We want to go trap left with Brown. Counter trap left. Ryan didn't like what he saw. Audibled out of it. Screen to Green for 5 yards. Brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the Cleveland 39-yard line, as once again Cleveland will take their time here. So 2nd and 5, we're going to go Jim Brown. And we're going to go dive. Straight handoff to Jimmy Brown. Big opening in the middle. He's got the first down. A pickup of 7 yards. Shaquille Barrett on the tackle. That's his 4th tackle for the Broncos. But it comes 7 yards too late, as it's 1st and 10 on the Cleveland 46. Jim Brown now has 16 carries, 136 yards, and 1 touchdown. As this Cleveland offense and running game is starting to wear down Denver. As you can see, Wolf's at 87, Jackson's at 84. Wow. Kilgore is at 73, and I think they've taken him out of the game here. I think that's what that means. So, 1st and 10, Cleveland. Once again, we're going to go with Jim Brown on the dive. If they're keying this, we will screen to Green. Ball given to Jimmy Brown. Breaks through the line once again. That looks like a pickup of 6, and it is. Von Miller on the tackle. That's tackle number 3 for Von Miller. Jim Brown now has 17 carries, 142 yards, and a touchdown. As Cleveland's taking their time, 3:11 left here in the 3rd quarter. Jim Brown's down to 96. Ernie Green is at 98. Smith Roberts. Okay. We're going to go Green. And we're going to go dive to Green. Actually, we're going to go trap. We're going to go pitch left with Green. There's the pitch out to Ernie Green. Busts through. Close to the first down, and he has it. Pick up a 5 yards. Brandon Marshall on the tackle. That's his second tackle of the game. Ernie Green's now 10 carries, 42 yards. As he compliments Jim Brown so well. Clock running, 2:23 to go here in the third quarter. The Browns just taking their time. Wearing down this 2015 Denver defense. So we're going to go Jim Brown. We're going to go trap left. Ball given to Jimmy Brown. Busts through the line. He's off to the races. And he's brought down from behind by Aqib Talib after a 26-yard gain. Ernie Green springs him with a nice block on the trap left. Talib, that's his 4th tackle. And that was a touchdown-saving tackle. Or Jim Brown would have had his 2nd touchdown of the game. So we're going to give Jim Brown a little breather here. Let's take him out. We'll bring Leroy Kelly in. We're not going to give the ball to Leroy Kelly as he's put the ball on the ground twice. Denver's recovered once and Cleveland's recovered once. So we're going to go Ernie Green. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to put Kelly out wide. And we're going to go Ernie Green. Try to stretch the defense a little bit. So we're going to go Ernie Green. Pitch left. There's the pitch. Denver comes blowing through. But Green breaks a tackle. And that's a gain of 5. So they beat the blitz on the pitch left once again. As Brandon Marshall makes a tackle number 3. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. And when we come back, it'll be 2nd and 5. Cleveland with the ball on the Denver 12, looking to put this game out of hand. As the 1965 Cleveland Browns lead the 2015 Denver Broncos 17-6. So we will say no play. And that's the end of the third quarter. This is Al Red Sox fan saying thank you for watching. Come back and see the end of this game. Much health, much happiness. God bless, and I'll see you soon. Come on back.